What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I've just been buttoning up the wagon for the tune that we're hoping to get done soon. It is a little bit later in the day. It's about 4:30ish or so, and I just got news that my catch can fabrication parts are done. So if you guys have seen the last video, we buttoned up the wagon a ton, and one of the last things we needed was a catch can. So I made it out of cardboard. I sent it over to my buddy Kel at KellyBuilt to draw it up in his program and cut it out, which he just finished. He just gave me the cue to head over there to pick up everything. And today's video is pretty simple. We're just gonna weld up the catch can, install it. I kind of already did the lines and stuff, but you guys been on the channel long enough. You guys know how to put an AM line together. So I'm gonna head over there now, check out what all he has, and maybe we'll give you guys a little bit of look into the fabrication life. Let's get over there. So I have literally bricks of this at home, dude. I didn't think about like even using anything like this as a filter, which is crazy. And it's crazy that you even utilize like the space, the size of the can dimensions that I gave you, you know? Wait, what? Why is there two of them?
In case you want to stack it later.
Oh.
You can always just push it down and then.
Oh, yeah. And that's if you start having a lot of blow by and it starts coming out of the can.
It shouldn't with the baffle.
No, for sure. That's exactly what the baffle is for. So we're out here at KB headquarters, KellyBuilt. And literally I'm at his front desk right now, you know, kind of walk in and it's got all the parts laid out. The catch can that I came up last night with the cardboard, he literally drew it up on his laptop, his program, and then, well, bam, got it all cut out on his plasma table. This thing has been putting in the workout, Kel. Yeah, it's already paid itself off, my boy. And this thing gets down. I've seen all the Instagram stories, dude. Look at this steel. How thick can you cut up to?
I think 3/4.
3/4. I don't know, guys. EF cable to hydro conversion coming soon or what? Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, so a quick tip on how to clean. Whoa, don't tip over, my boy. Chill out.
So just acetone.
Oh, it's just acetone. So peel back and acetone, pretty much.
On the edges. On
the edges, because that's where we're welding, right?
Exactly.
And pretty much just burr everything out, all the baffles and everything, yeah. Right? Cool. So this is like what, a 2-3-piece design baffle?
I believe it works.
Oh, that's in between. So it's just tacking pretty much. We're not fully welding it.
Just tack it.
Yeah, ba bang, ba boom, all around.
This would enter.
So the orientation of weld first. What do you? So do the baffles first.
Baffles first.
Mm-hmm.
Outside the outside this, and then once this is one piece, then you kind of just do like this.
And
then boom.
Okay. And then what about, was that a baffle too?
Oh, this is the messed up one.
Oh, that's the second piece. I was tripping. I was like, why is there 2 baffles? So it's just that right there.
And this one will stack up right here.
And that's the back side of.
Actually, I'm sorry.
The other side.
This one.
And that's welding on the top side, but on the edge. So we're not obviously going butt up. We're going literally joint, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would do corners,
and
then
tack and then run it.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay, so baffle and thigh bungs. What do you recommend? Inside, outside welds?
Inside, baby.
Inside? You guys already know me. I'm gonna mess that one up for sure.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of ground welding.
Outside?
Yeah. Well, like.
But you used to.
To do rounds, I don't know. It's kind of tough.
Let me see. Is that the one with the tapered?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is one with the tapered on it.
Shout out to B&R Fittings.
Yeah, you know, that's my plug too, except when you need it on the spot, you come here to KB. He's always got like inventory of them. So inside up, yeah, I'm definitely gonna burn that mud sucker. Yeah. Tight fit or what?
Should be.
Kind of.
Step drill it if you need to.
I'll probably just knock it in a little bit just so it stays put, you know what I mean? All right, well, I don't know how I'm gonna go about that. I'm gonna try my best. This is a KB catch can customized for me. You know, big shout out to Kel for even squeezing it into his schedule, because the guy is super busy. But you whip this up really quickly and I appreciate it, you know, and I'm gonna try my best to make it really nice. So yeah, pretty much fabrication life, what you do full time. If you guys out here in the local Bay Area, Kelly Built. I'm gonna link his Instagram down below. I need to plug that into my like description permanently, because out here in the Bay, that guy right there is one of the best. And not even just the Bay, you got a website?
Yeah.
People can buy off his website, either made to order, customization. He can transfer your cardboard design into reality like I did here. So big shout out to Kel, man. And right now I'm just gonna head back home and get working on this catch can, dude. All right guys, so we have the catch can pieces going home to get all welded up right now. He kind of ran me through the entire process to ensure we have a clean surface to weld. And I do need to come back a little bit later for one more piece, which is the top filter cover. I don't know why I'm nervous, man. Like, I'm so used to cutting stuff with grinders and vertical bandsaws and things like that, and this is like a real precise puzzle that Kel made for me, man. Big shout out once again. But yeah, we're gonna get home, we're gonna prep, and we're gonna attempt to fully weld up this catch can today. All right guys, so this is kind of nerve-wracking because it's such a nice fabricated catch can and I'm afraid of messing it up. Now, I've had some really decent aluminum welding, but because Kel made this, I'm kind of nervous about it. I don't know why, but we're just gonna get right to it. So Kel told me the sequence of putting this catch can together is kind of like a puzzle. You got to put one end on first before the other. Before we do the baffle, we have to weld the bungs. Now, the reason why I'm doing the bungs first is because I asked Kel, I was like, you know what do you prefer, inside or outside welds? To make it clean on the outside, you have to weld it on the inside. If you don't mind dimes on the outside, if you can lay dimes, which I sometimes can and sometimes can't, I'm just gonna weld it on the inside. So we have to do the bungs first because it goes on before the baffle, so that way you have access on the back side. So we're gonna do this first, and I really think I'm gonna stretch this catch can up really well, only because of my steel table for one, and two, it's gonna be a lot of moving around metal to metal or metal to aluminum. So Kel said, you know, if you want, we can powder coat this black as well. So I think that's what we're gonna do because the theme under the hood is already murdered out. Wow, that looks freaking awesome, dude. So I got the catch can fully tacked up. There is one spot that has a bigger gap than the rest, which is right here in this corner, but not a big deal. As long as we have full seal, we're not gonna leak, then we should be golden. I did forget the little basket for the filter. It sits on top like so. This should have been right after the bungs, but totally slipped my mind. I can weld this last. It literally just slips in here like so. Tap it down, make it sit flush, and then just weld the edges shut. So right now, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and start welding away. But key thing here before we start is to weld the faces first. This one, this one, this one, and then we're gonna run the sides all the way across to ensure we have a nice smooth junction at the joints. Guys, got the catch can fully welded up, and it for the small little space, it looks freaking awesome. Now, people have preference to like how they weld aluminum or how people prefer to weld their aluminum. I like the beads fat. There's a lot of people who run hotter and dab more, where it makes it much more smoother and more flatter. But I like the fat dabs. I think that's a preference thing, but I like the fat dabs. This is a little complicated because of trying to hold the bucket up to the edge to weld it up, because you can see there's a gap down there. So I had to like hold it up, tack it a couple of times, and then massage it into place, and then I fully welded it out. I tried my best to keep it flat. The only part that's high is right there, but not really a big deal. There's gonna be a plate that goes on top of this. So the only thing this thing needs right now is the riv nuts to secure the top plate to hold the filter down, and I need to make mounting points on the can to bolt up in the engine bay. I'll show you guys that in just a second. I wait for this to cool down a little bit more before I handle it. But yeah, I'm super stoked that this is done. We have a custom catch can. Shout out Kelly Built, man. I can't thank you enough, brother. But he is gonna let me know when he gets the plate done. I'm just gonna wait until this cools down, and we'll toss it in the car for mock-up, and then we can put the lines on. Can't wait. So I got the can kind of protected because we're going to be maneuvering it around a couple more times before it is fully secured in the car. In case you guys are wondering, a lot of you guys have always wondered the wrap that I use on my car. I literally got this from work years ago, but autorapabitape.com. So it's crazy when somebody could turn a cardboard 80 design idea into reality. Literally, I made this last night, guys, and I showed a little bit of this in the previous video. I made this out of cardboard. I didn't even bring this to him. I literally took pictures with all of the numbers and dimensions and sent it to him. He knocked it out this morning, and here we have the catch can that we had envisioned. So how that fitted here, this is a little bit smaller, so I'm hoping that it fits really nicely and a little bit loose, so that way we have a little wiggle room for, you know, vibration and such. So obviously this fits perfect. Wow, this Kel, this is freaking amazing, man. We try to utilize the space. We have 5 across, was 5 across, and then I brought it down to 4.5 to give it that wiggle room. This is 5 tall, so from the bottom of the wheel well to here is about 5 inches, although it's a total of 7. I wanted to tuck it in because of the line right here. I didn't want the 90 to protrude through the hood, so it's sitting further down. And this looks like it's going to work perfectly for me. Now, I had planned to use the motor mount bolt for a mounting point on one end of the can, and then I was going to use this bolt hole right here, which typically, if you're not wire tuck, it's the ground for the lighting system. It sits here. That's a 10 mil bolt, and all I was going to do was weld a tab there and weld a tab here. Kel told me to weld 2 tabs and utilize the motor mount bolt left and right hand side. One would be a hook and the other one would be a full bracket with a hole in the middle. I think it'd be kind of complicated because of how tight this motor mount is to the engine into the car, that it'll be kind of hard to kind of wiggle this bolt out, and I don't have that much threads on this end. So I think I'm just going to use the back here for one mounting location, and because the can sits lower now that we actually have the physical catch can and not the cardboard, it looks like I can utilize that hole, because originally when I designed this, it was actually blocking that hole, but it looks like we could definitely use that mounting point. So that's freaking awesome. I'm super stoked about it. And another thing I want to do is, this is the PVC system stock on the PRB manifold. It is a vacuum line. It goes to the side port, and it's open now because we're running the max PD intake manifold. So I kind of want to thread the end over here and run a vacuum source to that sucker so it has a place to go. I don't have a filter for it, so I figured let's just route it into the can like the sucker over here is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just figure out a tab, guys, and weld it up so we can get this thing permanently mounted. All right, guys, I decided to just leave one mount on right here, and that's already fully welded up. And the reason why I'm leaving it as one mount is because this one mount is already holding the can up firm into place, and with the 2 hoses here as well, it kind of helps it stay steady because these lines don't bend easy. So if you look, pretty sturdy in this corner. Now, if I really want to, I can add that back tab, but after further looking back here, let me get the flashlight real quick. Where I originally was going to put that back tab, I forgot that the back of the can is slanted. You can see it right here, right? And it'll be hard to make a tab going straight to this sucker, so I kind of just left it as this one right here. Works perfectly fine. And Kel's busy himself. He's working on customer's product, and he probably hasn't gotten to the plate yet, but I'm really not worried about it. I will be sure to include pictures of the catch can, the final form of it other than the powder coat, at the end of this video. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna make a quick little like tie down for the filter. So I'm just gonna come up with something to kind of hold this filter down, so there's a filter here and not just being open. And I am going to use both of the foam. Kel gave me 2 to kind of, you know, if I wanted to really pat it down. So I'm going to run both of it, small one on the bottom, big one on the top. And I'm just going to go ahead and come up with something really quickly to hold it down. And I'm going to end the video right here, or after the catch can, because we're going to get into something tonight as well too. So I really need to focus on getting this car done. Injectors on the floor, working, running, driving. Actually, you know what, before I even decide I want to close this video, I want to show you guys the car turns on. I don't know if I showed it on camera, but the car turns on, and it idles really low because the B series don't have an idle air control valve. But I had it warming up earlier, bled the cooling system. It sounds freaking amazing, and I want to show you guys really quickly. It's gonna be a little while to get this thing to hold idle because of the no idle air control valve, that Bluetooth. Very low idle because no outer air control valve, and the engine is completely cold, but it sounds freaking awesome. Loving it. Let's finish up that catch can. So I ended up using zip ties in an X pattern and somehow grabbed 4 red bolts, but we have the filter secured down here, not gonna pop off, not gonna fly out. If there were any oil coming through the valve cover, which is baffled behind the bung, going through the line, going through the freaking maze going on in there and coming out of here, then we have an issue with the engine. But I don't think we have any issues whatsoever. I did have the car turned on earlier before we started today's vlog, and I didn't have the can here. I just had 2 lines and there weren't a lot of like pressure coming out of it. So I think we're golden, but this filter is secured for the time being until we get our plate. It's crazy that, you know, either goals or an idea can be transferred into reality. You know, things that we have like accessible to, like Kel having all his machinery, all the investment he's been doing to Kelly Built, really just made this catch can come in clutch, man. Like, it's, I drew this up yesterday, and today, not even 24 hours later, we have a catch can in our car. Kel, I can't thank you enough, man. Truly appreciate it very much. You've been helping me since day one, since the start of Kelly Built, and I still have one of the original intake you welded up. I think I've shown you that, and even you were like, that's not my weld, it's your weld. I've been supporting Kel for a very long time, as well as he's been supporting me, and I truly appreciate it. You know, the catch can came out freaking amazing. It fits perfect, and I'm super stoked to have a custom piece to the car from Kel, even though I've had parts from you done before. But for the wagon specifically, we have a custom Kelly Built catch can. And guys, leave a comment down below if you're interested in this style catch can, whether you're K or B series. Let me know, because me and Kel are working on like mass producing a couple DIY stuff that we have like planned out. We'll release more info about it later. We're still working out the kinks and everything with it. So if you guys are interested in a catch can like this, prefabricated, ready to go, let me know in the comments below. So I am going to wrap up the video right here, guys. I got a buddy coming over right now. We're going to take off and do some hooning, and you're going to have to find out in the next video. I really got to spend my time right now to button this thing up. I need it back on the ground, and we're going to go for a drive. So if you guys enjoyed today's video on the catch can, I was hoping to make it short, but the fun in it just kind of like, it just kind of made it longer, you know what I mean? And if you guys want to stick around and see the voyage down to SoCal, I'm hoping to make it down to SoCal this weekend. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.